Okay, so stop me if I make a mistake.
Will do.
All right. Certain points you can hit those. Okay. Yeah. My report from January 2016 through December 31st was a very rewarding year for our Loaves and Fishes program. Our community has been stopping in and donating time, food, and clothing, as well as providing some monetary donations. We served 6,491 meals in 2016. We gave out 4,774 bags of food. We served a total of 11,532 individuals. You can, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I didn't want to make copies for everyone. These are the records. All the way up to, I think it's May 2017. In 2016, Loaves and Fishes received approximately $13,000 in grant funds, as well as other monetary donations. So far, for 2017, we have received $5,000 in grant funds, and have filed for a $10,000 grant, which we most likely will get, from the Maryland Emergency Food Program. I did not put it in here, but we are receiving a lot of meat from TFAP, Emergency Food Program. That's at no cost to us. We just got 80 pounds, 1 pound package of ground beef. I don't know how much Purdue chicken, canned fruit.
Louder, Chris, so they can hear you.
Sodium vegetables. We now have over 50 volunteers, and Dakota Dalton has volunteered to be our volunteer coordinator.
Everybody, she's talking.
Chris, repeat that about the volunteers, please.
We now have over 50 volunteers, and Dakota Dalton is our new volunteer coordinator.
A member of St. Thomas Church.
Thanks be to God. Soon we will have forming a board of directors. I want to give credit to the churches that provide volunteers who cook soup kitchen meals each Saturday. St. Matthias, Calvary Lutheran, Epiphany Lutheran, Grace Lutheran, St. Thomas Episcopal Church, Church of the Messiah, and Kenwood Presbyterian. Loaves and Fishes also has a cooperative relationship with the following organizations: Port Recovery, One Promise Recovery, Hope's Horizon, St. Paul's School for Girls. Loaves and Fishes is now listed on the 211 emergency number, so we can assist people in need during the week with food, clothing, and referrals. Thank you, Carol Weinstein, for taking these calls. We have also connected with a local farm in Overley and Huber's Farm in Kingsville, who donate produce and fresh eggs. Over a year, close to 2 years, every Saturday, a donor delivers bread to our door, enough for all. Buy Right Supermarket donates food every 2 weeks. Many thanks go out to, you're supposed to be here, Judy Schneider, for taking on many responsibilities for Loaves and Fishes, such as providing proof of grant expenditures and working well with Paul Patel.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
I never felt it. So.
She takes care of all my TFAP monthly inventory reports, and best of all, they're billed on time. And if I don't give her the information, I hear from her the next day. She keeps me in my ball.
What does TFAP stand for those of us who don't know?
Emergency Food Program. The A, I'm not sure. Assistant Program.
And that's a federal program?
Yeah, it's a
Run by the
nationwide
government.
federal program.
Okay.
Yeah. In closing, I would like to thank all of our dedicated volunteers who make this feeding program such a success. May we continue to provide this very needed outreach to our community with the help of generous donors and volunteers with God's blessing. All the volunteers, please stand. Pam, I know you can't stand right now, maybe
Pam's there every...
stand, please. Carol. Beth. 11:30 service is given. Dwayne.
Arthur.
Valerie.
Valerie.
Come on, don't be shy. Kathy's been there.
Sue's been there. A lot.
Yes.
In the past.
Yes. Lori. Can't see Lori, runs the clothing
Oh, yeah.
department with Monica. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
Chris. Just want to point out, those, you might have noticed 50 people didn't stand. Those volunteers come not only from St. Matthias, but literally from the neighborhood.
Yes.
There are a couple of people from St. Matthias, St. Thomas Church, all the way out in Owings Mills, who are just, can't stay away. And they're just here. And people like, I'm going to talk about January in a minute, and Javier, people who started out maybe coming to the program and have become volunteers. It's a great story. Did you have a question?
Oh, yeah, I had a question.
For Chris.
Or whoever. I just wanted to know if there were any goals for the future, or were they working on for the future?
That's the next phase.
We'll get up. One of the reasons we're working on forming a board is multiple. One, we need more leadership for the whole thing, and it can't keep being generated and run by Chris. So we're trying to put some structure into Loaves and Fishes. We've gotten to a point in an organization that everybody reaches where you have to formalize some things. What started as a blissful Holy Spirit thing, which will continue, now needs some structure. So we're trying to form a board of people from each of these churches, and maybe from a public thing like the bank here or something, to help set policy and ways of moving forward. So it's not just me, I've got an idea, or Chris, I have an idea, or even Paul, but the alternatives are manifold. One is, should we move the food pantry, the food clothing closet, which we didn't even mean to start, just happened, to the undercroft? Should we move the food pantry to the undercroft to get more rooms? Should we bring in some medical personnel who on a regular basis would check blood sugar, heart pressure, just talk to people about various wounds, problems they have? I think that's very doable. We need to start with our nearest, Franklin Square, but we need that board to help support that. In the best of all possible worlds, we move into sort of an administrator, part-time administrator with Loaves and Fishes, because these great ideas, I drop them, Chris can't do it all, and so I hate to have these things fall through the cracks. We've talked about literacy. We've talked about
Financial planning.
Feeding program.
financial planning, getting people to remember us in a will, all of that. And we've regularized the planning. It's not just hand to mouth anymore. We're still getting contributions from St. Thomas. She has been amazing, she being Chris, working with the food bank and seeing every possible grant opportunity and going for it.
How many churches are involved
With us now.
Where's the paper with those? There's 6.
Us, St. Thomas Episcopal,
6, Javier, if you have the list.
Calvary, Epiphany, Sherwood, Grace Lutheran. It's up to me now, the ball's in my court, to bring in a few more Episcopal churches. Our goal is not only will you prepare a meal and give that gratis, but for the privilege of doing that, you will contribute $1,000. Now, I have to work on that speech, but that's where we're going. If you want to be a part of this marvelous, amazing thing, then you need to pay up. So,
Another dream that I have is the children are suffering in the summer because of the homes that they come from. They have no food. They're lacking education. We have the space. We have new people. Even if it starts with one lunch a day and they need tutoring, respect, and love. You just start with 5, so you might all want to think about something like that for next summer. Maryland Food Bank is offering to sponsor these lunches, by the way. This would be at no cost to us.
any more questions?
Yes, not exactly a question. You know, I can't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Can you believe what has happened with Loaves and Fishes? Can you believe it? I believe it. It's astonishing. It's amazing. It's, I think, God working in this parish, and I never imagined this. That's all I want to say.
Thank you.
And Chris working in this parish.
Yes.
Any more questions, comments? Thanks, Eleanor.
I just want to say, it really is loaves and fishes.
It is loaves and fishes. It's not just a word. Now, I'd like to move on to